Hi, my name is Dave and my last name is Erb, spelled E-R-B, and my wife and I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and we haven't bought gas in over a year and a half when we traded our last gas car for a pure battery electric vehicle. We have two battery electric vehicles now. In fact, the only combustion devices we have in our house are matches, candles, and camping stoves. And so we take road trips with a Tesla Model 3. When we bought it a year and a half ago, we took it to Florida almost immediately. In the summer of 2019, we went to Minneapolis and we came home by way of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So phenomenal road trip car. But Teslas are everywhere. I can't go anywhere in Asheville without seeing 3 or 4 of them. So I want to talk about our other car today. This car is a Chevrolet, but it's not a Volt or a Bolt. It's a Spark EV, which is kind of an odd duck. It's most of the Sparks that you see were actually gasoline cars, but General Motors built about 7,500 of these electric ones, but you can buy them now used on the internet at very, very reasonable prices. You know, a car with 15,000 miles on it, 3 years old, looking like a brand new car might only cost you $10,000, something like that. They're really affordable. They're a wonderful little car. Any Chevy dealer that can sell you a Bolt can also work on this car. They have trained people to work on the car, and they also have the ability to bill General Motors factory for warranty work if that should become necessary. Not that that's real likely, because you know, electric vehicles are so reliable, it's not like you're really likely to have it, but it's a nice little insurance package, if you will, safety factor that if you did have to have warranty work done, you don't have to truck the car off to Maryland. You can have it done right here in North Carolina. It's a wonderful little car, and the operative word being little. That's actually the main reason we chose this car. Asheville has very narrow, windy streets. The parking is really tight here, and so a small car is a really big advantage here in Asheville. The Tesla is a fairly normal sized car, but it's a big car when you're trying to drive around downtown Asheville. So this is the car that we do most of our local driving in, running around town. So this is a great size of car. It's as small as it is on the outside. It's much roomier than it looks. I'm 5'11", I weigh 185 pounds, and 4 of me could easily go in this car simultaneously with everybody having plenty of room. But when I start the car, it's a keyless entry, though the key fob actually does have a key as well as the keyless. You just put your foot on the brake, you come over here, and you press the start button, and the dashboard lights up. Right here, you've got a range prediction. So I'm showing a battery state of charge, and I'm showing a 60-mile prediction on the range, but I'm also showing a range of ranges, anywhere from 72 miles if I drive very gently to 47 miles if I drive very aggressively with the charge that's still left in the battery. There's also these dots right here on the line, and they're going away because I've turned the car on. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm drawing power. But what they're showing is how you're trending. If you drive really gently and you're trending towards the higher end, you'll get more dots on that line. Same thing if you drive more aggressively. One of the things I love about this car is that it's normal, and I use that term in quotes. I have things like knobs and buttons that I can actually reach over and touch. So I'm not a 30-year-old, and so I don't really like doing things through screens. I like to touch something. I like tactile feedback, and so this car has knobs and buttons for everything except the stereo and a few other things that are under this screen right here. So the shifter is just, it looks pretty much like you'd think of as an automatic transmission. It's got PRNDL just like an automatic would, but on this low is really just a higher level of regen when you lift off the accelerator pedal. So it's really good for holding speed down a steep hill, which we have quite a few steep hills here in western North Carolina. And so that's really nice. But it works the same way you would with any automatic transmission. It's just that it's a single speed, and the notion of low is really just a change in the region. Electric parking brake here as well. Let's take a quick look at the charging. The charging port's up here on the driver's side fender, front fender. And it's just an SAE J1772. Some of these cars are sold with a CCS option, but here you can see that the pins for the DC fast charge are missing. So this car only can charge at level 1 or level 2. That's not really a big deal for us. Here at home, we actually charge intentionally just on level 1. Most of the time, even though I can charge my Tesla at level 2, I'll even charge it at level 1 because I like to soak up as much of my off-peak solar as I possibly can